Yes, people, we're back for another edition, another episode of Eyes on the Ball. Your favourite lads, Daniel, Darren, and Josh. What we telling them, people? What we saying?
I think I should go first in that list, though, just because my name starts with a J. You must start with a D,
This guy is so petty.
Some waste, man. Some waste, man.
But
more
this is my personal opinion.
More importantly, I'm just
I'm
drowning my sorrows.
Man brought the vodka. Not even the finesse one, the one from Lidl, the one that's serious.
No, that one there is the one where you're
Are you mad? This is serious.
This is that one serious.
This is gonna claim me.
That one where you're going for Uchi. Like, fam, it's not even an
This
English.
is what I need right here.
English word on that, dude.
Bro, you know that one.
That's how it should be.
That one's serious, man.
That's straight toilet cleaner, man. I don't even blame you, my bro.
Yo, I'm tryna get my sterling up in the city, so s'il vous plaît. As soon as my child can walk, it's straight Project Mbappe. But all the verbal, as soon as I hear that whistle, we get straight to the action. Come on lads, where's the passion? Do like Alamat see me wear headbands for the fashion. If the defenders drop back, we counter and then attack them. I got my eye on the ball, I got my eye on the ball, yeah. I got my eye on the ball, I got my eye on the ball, yeah. I got my eye on the ball, I got my eye on the ball.
Bro, it's
no chaser.
It's not the way.
It's
not the way it was supposed to go, innit? Like that. It's not what I had in mind. However, I think it'll be an injustice to not give you the floor, bro. Like, before we banter you, what happened, man? What is going on with your club? Like, forget the result. Like, what is going on? Like, I think the result is just the icing on the top. Like, it's the cherry on top to what's been a horror show.
I'm a broken man, fam. Like, you know, it's tough, man.
Wait, hold on. Guys, before he even begins, this criminal put Man U in his top 4 list.
Not one.
Wait, but why are you moving as if top 4 was like out of this world?
What?
In retrospect,
man.
Listen, in retrospect,
no, Josh, you have to.
It's nice to say,
yeah.
but going into the season, we weren't expecting us to be this shit.
Yeah.
Wait, what? So what in your mind thought that you could be a top 4 side? I don't understand.
The way they ended last season.
We finished 3rd last season, bro.
The way they ended last season.
Yeah, we were on fire.
Fam, the only person that you lot were linked to at the end of last season was Jadon Sancho. You wrote that list. You wrote that list last week or so. So don't give me that. You wrote that list last week. That's when Daniel asked for it. So
Josh,
I don't want to hear about retrospect.
Josh, listen. What you're saying is not important, man. Regarding the game, and just Manchester United Football Club in general. You know, Daniel, I think we've covered it at nauseum on this platform.
Man's got
at nauseum.
What? What, Josh? You're not familiar with them terms, there?
Bro,
yeah.
Get out of here, man. Just
Hey,
get out of here.
When I told you this guy loves a big word,
Get out of here.
that's what I was
Do you know what it
joking.
is? He actually googled different words just to say on the episode,
Hey,
fam.
man, just got it.
Because he has
Don't
one
be
word
jealous,
per
bro.
episode.
Don't
There's
be
only
jealous.
one word, fam. It's one word per episode.
Maybe you should take Ollie's press conferences for him, because
Bro, Daniel, you should do a segment, fam. You should do a segment on this
What?
guy's
Darren's
words.
words, 100%.
Yeah, he has one word per episode, fam. One.
Alright, but yeah, you man go do your research on that one, innit? I was a little gem
here
for
we
you,
go.
man. But the point still stands. Daniel, we've spoken about the genesis of the pod. I said it. United are not even poorly run. Right now, it's just incompetence throughout the club. You know, from the top down, it just reeks, fam. Ed Woodward's a clown. You know, we should have done business, but now we're scrambling, signing Cavani, Tellez, them man there. But I just think we're a broken club, fam. The man them on the pitch, like, it's not even about the ability anymore. I just think there's no passion, there's no drive, there's no direction, no chemistry, no tactics from Ollie. It's just, fam, we're sinking ship.
I'm hearing, what's it called? Hawksmoor Primary School got a new opening for their PE teacher spot. Not gonna lie.
That's Ollie, fam. Ollie needs to
Yeah,
hit him up.
Ollie's got that job, bro. Deep it. This is what I'm saying, and this is why when I get angry with fans.
Wait, just to round up. And
Go on.
Yeah, listen, it's tough right now, you know. So maybe, you know, you know, on the next pod, you know, we can get into the weeds a little bit more. But right now, I'm wounded, fam. And
no, but Josh,
it's nuts,
fam.
It's nuts.
Not even to all banter aside, like what when I said it from the Brighton game, since the Brighton, not even the Brighton game. Who did you play? Was Brighton the first game? Palace.
Where we got whacked.
I said, if I can see what you're trying to do, and you're
then you can
losing,
even criticize it.
then cool. You just say, cool,
I can't
that
even
system
I can't
doesn't
even see
work.
what you're trying to
That
do,
system doesn't work. He's not. This doesn't work. Like, stop playing these guys out wide. Stop passing it. Like, you know, when Pep came to the Prem, you could say, the tiki taka don't work in the Premier League.
No, the three at the back he was trying to do didn't complement his style,
bro.
Yeah.
What is Oli do? Like, what is he doing? I don't know if it's Matic gets the ball from the goalkeeper, plays it to Pogba so that it frees it up. Bruno Fernandes, what is he doing? What?
Bro, he's clueless.
Someone tell me.
He's absolutely clueless.
Bro,
there's so many like tactical nuggets that you can see, but they're so wrong. Like, it's crazy. Like, Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw, he's told them, because I heard him say it in the media, play more narrow, innit? Try and cover up for the centre backs. But that's just giving them like, now they're getting done in behind them. Guys are getting. You saw what Solly March was on against Brighton.
Yeah.
Man was getting open looks. Like, he should have had a hat trick. And now Luke Shaw's getting turned inside out. It's the whole Matic dropping in that centre back thing. For me, that's why, not the sole reason why, but it contributes to why Pogba looks so bad, because he's got no one around him. Remember, I made this point last pod. He's got no one to play 1-2s with, no one to pop it off to. He's been poor, but
Darren, deep it. You've got 5 goals this season. Josh, listen to this, yeah. If I go through your goals, first game, lucky break for Van der Beek where it just bounces around legs and Van der Beek scores it. Brighton, you get the first goal is a set piece, second goal is a Rashford Worldie, third goal is a penalty. You come into this game now, only goal is a penalty. So you scored 2 penalties, 1 set piece, 1 Worldie, and 1 mistake in the box.
And right now, bro, at Old Trafford, 9-2 right now. We scored 2 goals at Old Trafford and we conceded 9.
You haven't scored a team goal this season. That's what I'm basically telling you.
You lot are just looking like
leaking goals at the back and can't even create chances going forward. That is ineptitude.
Fam, you lot are just looking like a ACS side that has been put together on a Saturday. It's been put together on a Saturday. You put together on a Saturday and it's been told, you know what, yeah? You man, the instructions are, you man, just do your thing in it. We can beat them. That's literally the instructions.
Hey, you know when,
an ACS
you know when,
that's what you're looking like,
bro.
fam.
You know when you see, like, you know when you play Sunday League, you know you've played Sunday League, yeah. When you go into a game with your team, you look at the other team and you're like, man, these man ain't on it. We can win this game, you know. We can win this game, you know.
That's how you man look like you're playing. Like, there's no tactics. I don't understand.
Teams are turning up and saying, these man ain't on it, fam. They're not on it.
Not. And the thing is, it's both that they don't want the fight, as in physically they don't want it. Tactically, they're not up to snuff. Technically, they're suspect. Like, they make a bunch of mistakes. It's like anything that can be a weak spot is a weak spot, and it's all being taken advantage of, fam. Oli needs to go, fam. Like, tonight, like, there's no excuse. Fam. The only reason why he's staying in the job is to be a shield for the board.
But I'm saying, for you, in your opinion, it's done. Like, there's no coming back.
It's done. It's done. Completely done. Like, and the truth is, he's actually infected the squad. Because now, even the man them that we thought were fighters, they're not even up for the fight no more. Man them are moving soft. They don't even communicate with each other. They're taking the personality of the manager, fam.
Something I said in the group chat, fam. Even the one element of Oli that Man United fans were telling me he's good at, the man management, bro. Let's look at the positives. Fair enough, you could say he's got the
positives.
No. Listen.
Don't tell me positives about Oli.
Listen. At the end of last season, man, them were saying he's got the front.
Or I could faint on the pod.
He's got the front free firing.
I could faint right now,
bro. Under Oli, De Gea has got worse. De Gea's gone through his decline under Oli. Wan-Bissaka's gotten worse. Oh my, like Pogba. I don't know what's happened. Pogba gotten worse.
Rashford's now invisible.
Fam, Rashford's not a part of the game anymore. Greenwood.
Harry Maguire. I think it goes Kepa, Kepa has to be the worst. I'm sorry.
100%.
Kepa has
But
to be
Harry
the worst.
Maguire's
And then Maguire is not too far behind.
Outfield
He's
player.
not too far behind.
Bro, can someone explain to me what you was doing for the first
Man said he's dragging down his own teammates, bro. That's how you know he's in
he tried to
uncharted
head
waters.
back to the keeper.
He doesn't know what's going on. Uncharted waters, the deep end,
like-
and he doesn't know how to respond.
Man, them are
He doesn't know how to
saying,
respond.
Greece done the league a favour by letting him go.
Fam.
Hey, Donny really
Nah,
said to
man.
the Greek, to the man them in Greece, yeah. Do you know who I am?
When the man said your career is over, I don't think they meant they were gonna crack his legs, G. I think they meant, bro, you're done for, G.
You're
like,
done now. Literally, you're done.
Hey,
Bro,
Harry
and he is,
Maguire
Nah,
is.
man.
And
And
back-
do you know what it is, yeah?
Go on.
Even me, like, fam, as much as it's funny and it's banter, yeah, as someone that plays football and understands the ups and downs you can have as a footballer, yeah, like, it is sad to some degree, innit, because these are players that they do have ability, otherwise they wouldn't be playing in the top flight league, innit, in England, man, and they are quality players, and as much as we laugh, fam, they will sell us all off the pitch, innit, but, fam, to play for a club like Man United,
It's Manchester United, fam.
fam,
And man,
like,
them ain't even trying, you know.
bro,
Man, them ain't even trying.
after the game, yeah, fam, everyone was close to tears, fam. I was like, bro, like, this is serious,
Hey,
like,
Evra.
bro,
no
you
joke,
man are
fam. It's
you man
no
are making
joke.
like what these man done back in the day. Like, you're making Man United look like a
Tarnishing it,
mid-table
fam.
club at best, G. Like, it's just looking like absolute shambles, fam. And fam, I don't know what needs to be. Aston Villa, you know what? By the way, I just want to say that. I don't know what needs to be. I don't know what needs to be done or rectified. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, the culture shift has to change, man. I think you know what? Yeah, I think Arsenal even had a similar like transition. I feel like the way Arsenal are playing now against certain teams, I'll give you an example. The way they played against Man City last season in the FA Cup. Typically, what Arsenal do is that, well, Arsenal of old, what they used to do is that they still think they're in the races with the big boys, and so they'll come up to teams who are significantly better than them. And they'll try to go toe to toe, and you can't do that because you're not the Arsenal that you used to be. And I feel like what Arteta's done is he's recognised that, so he's like, okay, cool. Against certain teams, you have to play a certain way to get the result
But
in
you've
it.
hit the nail on the head, though. United are
And I think for Man U, like, you man are not who you used to be.
Bro,
you have to start playing like these Leicesters, these Crystal Palaces,
Josh,
and just try and grind out results.
No, but
because
just to respond, yeah. The funny thing is, remember we used to say we were a counter-attacking team. Do you know what I'm saying? We kind of did adapt that kind of mentality to an extent, to where we sit back to when we were asked to have the ball, we would lose games. Do you know what I'm saying? But now this season, it's like the defense can't even hold up. So it's like, even if we do want to soak up pressure, you know, counter attack, it's not gonna bang because the defense is porous. So, fam, I think we're pissed either way. Under Oli, there's no hope. Basically, there's no hope.
Bro, you man have hit the nail on the head, fam. United are going through an identity crisis, innit? And if we wanna be honest, like you see in African families, bro, it's a generational problem. It's been happening for a while now. If you look at Van Gaal, you see him. He's trying to build his squad, trying to build his team. Like you buy players for him, and then you realize, I don't really like this. Then you pull out. In fact, you can even go to Moyes first of all. Then you go to Van Gaal. Then you go to Mourinho. You finishes second. When my goat, obviously I've always told you my love for Mourinho. When my goat was saying,
that finishing second
was my greatest achievement. Man, them were thinking this guy is on crack, but he was preaching, fam. He was preaching, and arguably you could make the argument that Mourinho had a better squad than the squad that's available to Oli right now, innit? So like, it's like I don't even know what to say about United right now. And then you look at Oli now.
Shambles,
you look at Oli now. This transfer window, he hasn't been backed again. Yes, the coaching element of it is lost on Oli's side, but at the same time, it goes back to the board as well. Like, if you're not giving the manager the players, sack him.
And it's a thing whereby he actually, you know, we weren't great, but he actually got third last season. Like, he's given you a reason to back him.
Yeah.
And now you've left him out to dry.
This is
Do you
the
know what I'm
worst.
saying? You've left him out to dry.
No, but do you know what it is though? Even that third last season, I don't think it warrants anything because it's just like Arsenal coming second
it's
the
still
season.
done.
But do you not want to win,
like,
though? Do you not want to win?
Yeah. You build
if you
on
want to,
something.
if
build
you
on
hope
something.
to be successful, put some P's down.
Yeah.
Instead, man, them are just my.
What I'm seeing
Lord.
from Man United
So
right now,
frustrating.
is like literally one of the worst declines since AC Milan. And I'm being so honest with you, like
Nah, fam. When you said it, I was like, it's so true. You know what I compared it to? Yeah, it's like when before LeBron went to the Lakers. Between when Kobe left and when LeBron came.
And what happened to the Lakers?
That 10-year period and there was no playoffs.
Nothing.
Bro,
Not even what? No playoffs. Number 1 and number 2 picks every year.
Every year, deep it, yeah. And even in those times when they had those picks, deep it, none of those guys are there. Those big picks, none of those guys.
They're not there anymore.
They're not there
anymore. Them D'Angelo Russells and them boys.
Lonzo Ball, man said Magic Johnson.
And you know who those guys are? Those guys are Romelu Lukaku, Memphis Depay, them man there. That's it, them man.
No, but if you look at it though, them man, you can make the argument every man that's left during this dysfunctional period has gone on to have good careers.
Bro, 100%. It's the same thing. Isn't
Bam,
Brandon Ingram now out here balling?
Sanchez said he got some money on the first day. He called his agent and said,
"I beg you, fam,
get me back."
That just shows you the culture of the club. The culture, there is no culture, and if there is one, it's a culture of ineptitude, literally. Because it's like even the guys that have actually got talent now, they've been sucked into the warp of foolishness and ineptitude, and they can't escape it no more, fam. It's. But one thing I will say, that bullshit that about Marshall getting sent off was nonsense.
Yeah.
If either you send both of them off or you let it go on. Like, the Lamella is a bitch nigga for dropping like that.
I even said in the chat that fam it was very, very soft, man, and I don't rate it at all, man. Because fam,
you're rewarding him for falling to the ground like a little.
It wasn't necessarily like, fam, but either way, like fam, that's what I'm saying. But it depends how you see. It depends how you see football, innit?
What did Mourinho say in the documentary?
Because yeah, you have to be. Get me. You have to be But even Souness was saying no. It wasn't Souness. Who was it?
I think Gary Neville said it. Commentary.
Yeah. No. It was.
Wait, what are you saying?
I forgot he was saying. He was basically saying that. I think it was Oli. Actually, it was Oli. He was basically saying that if he was on Lamella's team and he done that, he'll hang him out to dry because that's just ridiculous, isn't it? So it depends how you see football. Someone will see it as
that's a lie.
You do whatever you do whatever you need to do to give the team advantage.
Yeah, it was watching him, man.
But some man will be on the side of do what you need to do, but be a man about it, innit? That's the sad way to go.
But I think it's ridiculous that the referee didn't even go have a look for himself, fam. Like,
I think he did it. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that's not important, man.
But even before then, it should have been at least 4-1 anyway. But yeah.
So what? To try and put a lid on things or try and come to some sort of conclusion. If you're in charge of United, you get to run all the shots and call all the shots right now. What do you do? Who do you fire? Who do you hire? What players do you buy? And what the only
person that's staying right now is if you man probably don't know about Karen, the receptionist. She was there since pre-Fergie, so she's the only person that sticks around. Anyone else, we need a restart. Hey. Certain man were even saying we might as well just go put all our P's to one side, go into administration, start again from League 2.
Man said you might as well tank
from League 2.
And Danny, you might as well tank.
For real.
No one that's in the building right now deserves to stay.
No, but honestly, care. What would you do? Honestly, what would you do? Who would you
I think
you think I'm joking, bro? I'm saying flush everyone out the building. The only person that stays is Karen.
Do you know what it is? Yeah. Do you know what it is? Yeah. I think as bad as the situation is, it's savable.
Yeah. Exactly.
However,
that's me. That's
not savable.
So
it's not.
No. Here's why I say it's savable. I say it's savable, yeah.
So true.
But you have to do it in a very delicate way, innit? I believe, yeah, you have to bring in Pochettino. But the timing for when you bring in Pochettino is what's crucial, innit? At the end of the day, if you want to bring in Pochettino, you have to give him the resources that he needs to be able to get this team where they should be, innit? I don't want to see Pochettino come in next week when the transfer window is done and work with the same players that Oli had.
Actually, finish.
Because if things go wrong, yeah, they're gonna crucify him, fam. And that's what I don't want. I feel like if you're bringing in Pochettino, you have to give him the ability to kind of make his own name for himself, innit? Like for example, when Mourinho went to Tottenham for the season or whatever, or before Christmas, even though he didn't have the players he wanted, he was able to kind of make what he could out of the situation, innit? But United are in an even dire situation than Tottenham were in. Sorry. So I feel like if you're going to bring Pochettino, the timing has to be right. But the only thing with that is, who's to say that by next season, Pochettino won't be snatched up by another club? That's the dilemma that Man United.
Yeah, being realistic in it, I've been screaming for Poch. Like, I'm even saying Oli needs to go tonight. Poch needs to be announced as a manager tomorrow morning. But
how Karen as your interim manager?
Fam, I don't even mind, fam. But I don't even see him being successful at the club, fam, because look at who's above him. Ed Woodward is a clown. He's inept, and he thinks that he can move yards and escape the fans. The fans are coming to his new crib, and the owners as well. They don't give a monkeys. They're not seeking success.
Darren's joking, by the way. He does not promote violence.
We do not advocate violence on this podcast.
Yeah.
I'm not advocating.
Darren's not the guy he used to be.
Yeah,
it's the truth.
He's just hurt right now. He's hurt.
Listen, mate. I know there's some crazy United fans out there, passionate as well.
No, 100%. Fam, everyone was on the verge of tears.
I'm just being honest, mate.
Everyone was on the verge of tears.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, yeah, even if Poch does come in, fam, a fish rots from the head down, fam. If the ownership don't care about the club, the executive
faster,
and the executive is only there to do the wishes of the owners, fam, whoever comes in ain't gonna be successful, fam, regardless.
To kind of wrap it up, what I would say in terms of Pochettino coming in is, look, all you want to see in the manager is someone who can come in and try and implement the system. It was the same with Arteta, the same with Mourinho, like you mentioned. I know you said you want to give him ample time to have resources to improve the squad. However, we're in a situation where it's not realistic for him to be able to do that. But what I would see from
Mourinho?
No, if Poch came in, innit? If Poch came in.
Okay.
So, but what I would see from Poch if he came into Man United is him implement his style, his system, and even if you were to lose, there's a system in place and you trust the process, and that's what, bro.
It comes the right way, fam.
It comes back to my point of, like, there's a way to lose. You cannot lose, not even playing your football by getting
in your own backyard,
bro. Before the red card, Tottenham were all over United, so let's not even mask it.
And it's a running theme, bro. Remember I said it I don't know, last pod a couple pods ago. 1 or 2 passes, and our defense is on.
Tell me what game this season you've dominated. If we're being honest, in the Prem, none.
We barely create chances and we leak goals,
fam. None.
That's it.
None. And that's a problem, fam. That's a serious problem, man. But I think it makes sense. Obviously, there's loads we can discuss on it, but we don't want to spend too long on it. I think it makes sense to cross over to the blue side of Manchester. Josh, bro, look. I'm introducing I'm introducing a new segment in it, and it's called "We're gonna have to start a dialogue" in it. And I want you, man, to hear me out. Darren obviously has heard a little bit of what I'm talking about, and you can disagree. I don't mind it at all, and it's fair enough.
Go for it.
But people will see what I'm saying in the future, innit? In games to come. Kevin De Bruyne is no doubt the best player in the Premier League. As in, let me get that out of the way. He is the best player, technically, passing ability, and he's built up his credit. Like, he is worth being the best player. However,
Ross Barkley is awful. What, carry on?
Man said, I'm talking about Kevin De Bruyne, you're talking about Ross Barkley. Anyway,
he's so whack.
However, the reason why I want to start a dialogue about Kevin De Bruyne is because, in my opinion, if you are the best player in the Premier League, I need to see you take games by the scruff of your neck. I need to see you not look like a passenger. And that's what I've seen for 2 games on the trot. You, man, disagreed, saying he still runs around and presses. Bro, there's a thing called aimless pressing, and that's what it's looking like. Fair enough, maybe the bigger issue at hand might be Pep and his tactics, might be Aguero not being available to finish off his chances. However, from the best player, why I'm saying I want to start a dialogue about
3-1.
it is because, mad thing. Why I want to start a dialogue about it is because Kevin De Bruyne is the best player. If I just go back to looking at the guy. Hold on. Finish. Let me look at 2 examples. The second best player in the league, in my opinion, is Sadio Mane, and the former best player in the league was Eden Hazard.
I saw you a Team Salah.
No, I was, but I've seen the light still. Mane is serious, man.
Thank you.
I lie, thanks, bro.
But yeah, Sadio Mane and Hazard, what they have in their lockers, and it's unquestionable, undoubtable, is the ability to change games. When you need a goal, when you want a goal from someone, you can rely on those players to get you a goal. To change the game, like literally, you could be on the back foot in a 1-1 game, and they will change the game.
Yeah.
De Bruyne does not have that in his locker.
Grab you. Go on.
De Bruyne does not have that in his locker, and that's a problem. And that's why I want to start a dialogue about.
Cool. I'm gonna grab you. Mane and Hazard. What positions do they play?
They're wingers.
Thank you very much. What position does Kevin De Bruyne play?
The furthest midfielder.
What position does Kevin De Bruyne play?
Mid. He's an 8. Attacking.
So how many players are still in front and closer to the goal than Kevin De Bruyne on the pitch?
Implementing or changing the game doesn't have to be through goals. It can also be through assists, by the way.
But fam, this is not basketball. But basketball, one man can single-handedly have an influence on the game and take the scruff of the game take the game by the scruff of the neck.
Football can do that.
Huh?
You can
yes,
do that.
Football. Yeah, yes, you can do that in football, but it's easy to do it in football when you're an attacking player, bro. He's an attacking mid. Like,
yeah,
you can't do everything, bro.
I'm not. Listen carefully, innit? I'm not saying he needs to go out and score a hat trick. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is
no, but fam, my point is like, fam, you can't have a Kevin De Bruyne bailout card like every single game. Like, fam, there's only so much that one man can do.
100%.
Just to
go on, Darren, and then I'll explain properly.
I think it's fair, innit, to say, you know, you wanted to take over games, but he's not going to do it in the same way that Mane or Hazard does it.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? He's not going to pick up the ball from the defense, run, and create a chance. You know what I'm saying? But as far as you said, you can take over games via assist. I believe he does do that. Like, he does that. Obviously, you can say, you know, 2 game sample size, he hasn't been super impressive. I'd put some of that down to, you know, Aguero not being there. You know, this whole not playing with a striker thing, I'm not a fan. Yeah, and you know, Pep loves to overthink things, fam. So it's hard to say it's all on De Bruyne type of thing. Do you get what I'm saying? But I understand what you're saying, you know, about taking over games, but
Darren, and another thing as well is the difference in the type of players that they are, innit? Because you're like a Mane and a Hazard, these man can beat 2-3 man and get a shot off or lay on a plate for someone else. Kevin De Bruyne isn't that kind of player, bro. You're forgetting that with an assist, the other player who receives assist still needs to finish that chance. Do you get what I'm saying? And with the way teams shape up against Man City, they lie very, very deep, fam. So the chances to even get that assist is even harder in that sense as well, bro. So like his task of grabbing the game by the neck is much harder than it is for a Mane or a Hazard.
Let me come into it now. Cool. Man, am I talking as if he's a DM? He is the furthest forward midfielder for one.
Of course, but he's not a man that beats two or three man, fam. Like, he's not that kind of player.
Let me finish, bro. He's the best player in the league who managed to equal the record of assists Thierry Henry, the Thierry Henry record. Bro,
yes. My
reason for starting a dialogue for Kevin De Bruyne is because Kevin De Bruyne, in my eyes, 4-1.
You're lying.
Oh my days.
Yeah, it's 4-1 still.
Yo. Anyway, the reason. Hey, yo.
Lucky there's no Liverpool fan here, boy. The whole pod will just stop, man.
But the reason why I want to start that dialogue, fam, is because Kevin De Bruyne, in my eyes, is looking like a front runner. And that's what I'm not appreciating as a part of his game, innit? That's what I want him to change. I'm not saying it's something he can't change and work on. Kevin De Bruyne can pick up the ball from 30 yards. Obviously, it doesn't happen every game, but he can do that. He has that in his locker. And don't tell me that it's about the players also making the runs, because that Leeds game was as open and as free as anything could be. Like, he had... The world was his oyster. Like, he had space, yards. Like, so don't tell me that he couldn't have changed that game. Leicester game, maybe I hear it more so because they were sitting on a low block and counter-attacking. But all I'm saying is, and of course, like I've said, you man have disagreed, and that's fair enough. But in my eyes, I think personally, what I want from someone of Kevin De Bruyne's ability, and there's nothing I'm saying of Kevin De Bruyne that I don't think he's able to do. It's just like when I was asking Pogba to do more. I don't think there's anything that De Bruyne cannot, and Pogba plays deeper. So when I'm talking about taking over games, bro, you can be the source of change without even scoring or assisting. And that's what I want to see in Kevin De Bruyne. Do you get what I'm saying? When the game, hold on. When the game is on a knife edge, that's what I'm talking about. When the game is on a knife edge, when you need split seconds, split moments of genius, just to change the game, change the tempo, be the problem, be the reason why the other team is having difficulty. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. And I just think he's a front runner, innit?
I definitely think it's fair to. I don't know about front runner. I wouldn't go that far, but I think it's fair to say, you know. As you said, he's the best player in the league, fam. One of the best, most rounded players probably you've seen in Premier League history. Like, you expect more from him. But at the same time, you know, it's only been 3 games. You know, and he will come good. You know, as we said, he's got all the talent in the world. So over the season, I think he will come good. Just that, maybe he's had a bad start.
It's just that the last thing. Sorry to cut you, but the last thing. It's just that because this season, I just think City are gonna have more games on a knife edge. It's not gonna be them tearing up teams 4-0 week after week that we used to see from City.
No, but hear this, Daniel, though.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hear this, Daniel, though.
He is that guy, though.
Oh, yeah,
that guy.
The difference in those games comes when we have a striker.
Okay.
Like we saw in the Leeds game, bro. The difference between Leeds winning, the Leeds and Liverpool game, the difference between Leeds winning that game and not winning that game was a Mohamed Salah. He literally put the game to bed, fam. Fair enough, it was penalties, but he's still a threat, bro. And he put that game to bed, fam. Like, we don't have a strike. That, fam, we're playing Mahrez up top against Leeds, like
Sterling,
like. Do you get what I'm saying?
Sterling
fam,
was your top goal scorer
not
last year.
100%, but he didn't score his goals from playing number 9, bro. Let's not be funny.
Yeah, of course.
And fam, my thing is, like, of course, innit, we have a very, very good team, and I'm not disputing that, innit, but man, I need to start cutting some slack, bro. Just because we have these exceptional players doesn't mean that, we can play Mahrez right back, or we can play Kyle Walker centre mid, and we should be walking over. It doesn't work like that, bro. Like, there's a certain rhythm and a certain structure that all championship winning teams have, bro.
When we move on to Pep, fam, because Pep, this is such a huge season for him, and he's off to a bad start.
Huge.
Yeah, I'm saying,
he's
like,
listen when I tell you, listen to my words.
Palms are sweaty.
Watch my lips, Josh. He's under the same amount of pressure as Lampard, Oli, and Arteta. The same, if not more. Because this guy, I'm telling you, man them are not deep in here that as much as Pep will always be recognised as a genius, how his legacy is defined could majorly be defined by this season. Because if he doesn't win it,
definitely.
And do you know what's funny?
What?
I agree with you. I don't even have a comeback. I agree with you because it's not good enough. You are Pep Guardiola.
To leave Man City and not to leave Man City and not win them the Champions League. I was telling man them, what's the difference between what Pep has done and what Pellegrini has done? Pellegrini got sacked. Fam, because Pep's coming in to bring the Champions League. Mancini and Pellegrini have won the domestic cups and won the Premier League already. They've done that for you. They want
even at Bayern, fam. Flick came in, won the treble first year,
bro. And
now Pep had a couple years, couldn't get it done, fam. So this is definitely a legacy year for him,
bro.
Legacy year.
No, 100%.
Because would you say? And perfect example is prior to Flick coming in, would you have said Bayern Munich had a better team than Man City? No way.
Fam.
No way.
And if you look at the style that they're actually playing now, it's basically Pep style 2.0. Every man is in the opposition's half. Man took is crazy.
Man took the
He's
blueprint.
taking it to another level.
Man took the blueprint and ran with it, fam. He said, I don't even need to change much.
He said, I don't even need to change much.
He made it 3D. He took the blueprint, made it 3D, fam.
Bro, literally.
But no, it's 100% a legacy year for Pep, man. And when it comes to the genius and the mind of a Pep Guardiola, you can't front it, you can't deny it. It's there. His CV speaks for itself, man. He's an exceptional mind, exceptional football genius. However, what comes with that is that, bro, it gets to a point where you're literally judged on success, and that's it. No one cares no more about how much possession your team picking up or how many goals you score in a season. Like, because right now I just think we're just keeping the ball for nothing. We're not killing teams like we did 2 seasons ago. Is not the same. And what it has to come down to for Pep is getting the job done. I don't want, bro. You could win. I don't care if the possession is 50-50 in a game and you win. I don't care. because we've seen what you can do. We've seen that you can play a certain way. We've seen it. Like, stop showing us things that you've seen that we can dominate possession. We've seen that. And I know Pep is stubborn, he wants to play a certain kind of way. That's fine. Play however you want. But you have to win, bro. You have to win. You have to win. Because that is what you're judged on, bro. You have to win. Literally. That's it. You're not like Lampard and them, man, that your job is to close the Liverpool point gap or come second. No. Your job is to win. That's it, fam. And that's all you're going to be judged on. So this season, that's all I'm judging Pep on. Fam, I don't care if we draw 1-1 to Leeds yesterday or whatever, and then come end of the season win the league, because no one's gonna remember about that Leeds game. But end of the day, you have to win, and it's games like this that accumulate, fam. Like, that's pretty much it, man. I 100% agree with him. I'm on board, man.
But let's look at some of the wider issues. You got, in my opinion, guys like, you already know my thoughts about Rodri. I just think he doesn't have the same abilities that Fernandinho
He's not a Premier League player.
Yeah. If you're playing that lone DM role, you need to be able to read danger. You need to be able to distribute. You need to be active, exactly. Like box to box. You need to be active. Like just be active. Do you get what I'm saying? And I just think you don't have that.
Especially in a Pep team.
I think
when Gundo's back, Gundo's gonna take that role, man. Because this Rodri is
maybe. And then you look at Benjamin Mendy. His touch is all over the place. It's awful.
He's just panicking now anytime he touches the ball.
It's awful.
Bro, I don't know whether you man even like his passing is awful. Bro. And the Sterling goal, I don't know if you man clocked it, yeah, but he literally played a pass to their defender and that ricocheted and came to Sterling. That's the only reason why we scored that goal, fam. Like through Mendy's mistake. His passing is awful, fam. Fair enough, you can blame it down to injuries. He hasn't had a consistent run of games throughout the last couple of years, and that's sad, isn't it? But that's football, man. At the end of the day, you're playing for Man City, bro. You're playing for Man City, man. There's expectations, man.
Let me tell you another thing that seems like a generational problem. I think his rotation thing has come back to bite him in the bum, because if you look at a guy like Bernardo Silva, I don't know what's happened, so I might be wrong in my information.
I don't understand what's going on.
But this guy
he was injured.
Was he injured?
Yeah.
But this guy was on the verge of being world class. But on the back end of last season and coming into this season, bro, he doesn't play. Like, he's not playing. He's not in. We were talking about it in the chat.
I don't get it.
Like, I don't know what's happening.
Man's playing Phil Foden every minute he can, but Bernardo Silva can't get a sniff.
Like,
well, last time I checked, he was injured in it. But fam, as much as I do like Phil Foden and I do think he's a baller, bro, like, Klopp is not.
Bernardo Silva's proven, fam.
Klopp isn't benching Bernardo Silva for Phil Foden, bro. I'm very sorry, man. Like, Foden is a baller, yes, and like he hasn't done anything wrong. But you have Bernardo Silva, bro. Like, Bernardo Silva.
Mr. Verse. It's not even like he's limited position wise as well.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
wherever you want,
fam. He's naturally a midfielder anyway, man. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, man.
Pep needs to fix up, bro. He's lucky that Liverpool are getting pammed right now, because pressure would have been on, fam, if he kept stepping up like that.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, like, fam, these games and these points that we're dropping, like, fam, it's like same as like last season as well, bro. Like, they'll come back to bite you in the arse, man. Then you'll look back at the games that you should have and could have won, and you think, damn, could have got 2 points there, and it's just like, bro, like,
you said something interesting that I want to get you man's thoughts on. Like, I know it's been said like as loose statements, but I don't think we've ever discussed it. Like, what is it with the Premier League that 1 week man them will beat you, Leicester will beat City 5-2, and then lose to West Ham 3-0
the next week, bro? Do you know what it is, fam?
Aston Villa are beating Liverpool, the mighty Liverpool, 4-1 at half time.
Fam, that's what I'm saying, and I feel like this is why they say that the Prem is the best league in the world, bro. Because at the end of the day, like, week in, week out, like, fam, back in my betting days when I used to be a betting man, I would stay away from the Premier League, bro, because it's the most unpredictable league. Like, fam, it doesn't make any sense, fam. Like, because sometimes you can attribute it to, okay, cool, like, one team just riled up to play against another team. For example, some people are of the mindset that, cool, the Clippers lost to the Denver Nuggets, but if they faced the Lakers, they would have beat the Lakers because they just riled up to beat the Lakers or whatever.
True.
There's the side of me that hears that, yeah, but then I'm like, what beef do Aston Villa have with Liverpool, G? Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, like, I really don't know, man. I just think that the Premier League is a fickle league, man. Like, I don't know.
Before you chime in, Darren, I think there's definitely the element that teams rise to the occasion when they're facing a better club. So when Aston Villa have to play Liverpool, have to play United, have to play Chelsea. It's just like back in the day we used to say Bournemouth will always show up against Chelsea. They always want to play. Like they're always trying to ball and impress. You get what I'm saying? So I think there's an element to players just can motivate themselves, can self-motivate themselves easier when they're facing Man United as opposed to playing Fulham.
Do you know what it is though? I feel like just before Darren chimes in, I just feel like there's no fear factor in the Prem. Because you think about it like this, yeah. If you're in the Bundesliga now and you're Augsburg and you're 2-0 up against Bayern Munich at half time, in your head you're thinking, bro, we're 2-0 up, but these are not going to give us lick. It's going to end like 4-2, isn't it, really and truly? But in the Premier League, if you're 2-0 up against Chelsea or a Man City, you're thinking, all right, cool. We've scored 2 goals against them, innit? Like, you can see this game out, fam. Like, I don't know, there's more of a fearless factor in the Prem to where, like, it's not always the best team will always win, like it is in other leagues, and it's more of the better team on the day should win, fam, and that's literally how it is in the Prem, man. Like, bro, you could like we saw against the Chelsea match against West Brom, when West Brom were licking Chelsea 3-0 first half, and I even told Daniel Tron, bro, if I'm being honest, it'll probably be a draw, innit? You man won't go out this way, fam. Like, and this is what I'm talking about, fam. In other leagues, fair enough, like obviously it's reversed because the worst team was in the lead, but in other leagues that game is done, innit? Whereas in the Prem, you just never know what's gonna happen because every team's just fearless, man. Like every team always backs themselves against another team, and that's just how it is, man.
And you know what it is, fam? These lower teams, you know, generally we might not respect them as much as you know we should, but they're good teams. Do you know what I mean? Villa got good players, fam. McGinn, Grealish, these men are good players. On their day, they can turn up.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? And against these top teams, I think they're more comfortable knowing they have to take the game to us.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Anything that we provide is a bonus. Do you know what I mean? The fans are going to be proud of us either way. So I think there's less pressure on them to perform. Man, them come out and play well, man. And I think the main point to hammer down is the fact that these lower teams in the Premier League are no joke, fam. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
They used to say, bro, a cold night in Stoke, it's not an easy game.
I'm telling you, no joke. Brighton's a tough team. Yeah. Palace is a tough team. Do you know what I mean? Leeds,
and
tough
even
team.
Nowadays, bro,
tough teams over the league.
Nowadays now, teams are ready to ball. Like teams are ready to say, I'm gonna
teams will even get promoted from champ playing ball.
Leeds,
you know
and Daniel,
United.
Daniel, this even goes back to my point about identity crisis, bro. Like these teams know who they are. Like Leicester knows who they are. Palace, they know who they are. So when they come up against like fam, Leicester's like the Leicester game against City, I was telling my boys, bro, like in as much as City got smacked, I think it was tactical genius from Brendan Rodgers, bro. I think tactically it was a masterclass, because Leicester came into the game saying, we know who we are. And once they started getting a sniff, we're like, hold on, let's carry on playing this kind of way, brother. And that's how it is, man.
These teams, they die with their system. That's what it is. Like,
100%.
That's what we were talking about with Man United, and even to some extent,
don't have a system.
the way I felt about Chelsea early on, like no system in place that we can really see. Like what you always want to see is cool. You honeymoon periods. You have the like, you know, when a new manager comes in, there's a boost.
They get a good run of games.
Yeah, you get a boost in results. It's a new manager. You're trying to impress. You're trying to get into the starting lineup. When you're in a job now for a year, I need to see improvement from game 1 to game 50, however many games you've had. I need to see 100%. A consistency in the middle through all those games, and that's the problem that a lot of these big teams are having right now. And I think,
family, it's even so, Scott. It's even backed up by what Arteta's doing, man. When he came in, he wasn't bad, wasn't good, but you could always see what he was trying to do. You could see what he had in mind, didn't it? Exactly. Fam, that's what it is. I think in the Prem, as long as you have a system, and do you know what's funny? Yeah,
fam,
your system's not going to work against every team. Like, it's not going to work against every team, but you don't need it to work against. I mean, you just need to work for the majority of teams. That's literally it. Because at the end of the day, like, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. But as long as you can win the majority of those games, like, fam, you'll be cool. Like, fam, certain teams, like, they can't beat the top 4, but that's cool because they can beat everyone else. And that's what's going to get them the points. You know what I'm saying? So,
a team I want to touch on, man, Everton, man. I got them, you know, getting top 4. And I just think Ancelotti, man, what he's done is so impressive. He's slotting on ins and out. Allen was injured. I think they have a couple injuries. Still looked good. Calvert-Lewin's on fire.
He's on, bro. That guy, I don't know what.
Yeah, fam,
9 goals
I
in
don't know
5 games.
what. I don't
9
know what's
goals.
going on. I don't know what's going on over there, innit? I don't know what's going on.
And what I'm
over
saying
there.
is, people are saying, is he going to tail off? I'm saying he may tail off, but the service is not going anywhere. Unless James gets injured, the guy is going to get chances. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of whether he can be as efficient as he has been. But, fam, what Ancelotti's got going on over there is a well-oiled machine, fam. Allen wasn't even playing, and they still look good. So if their defense can be solid, top 4.
You're gonna give the negative. Just hold on. The added positive as well is that man them have forgotten who Ancelotti is. Fam,
I'm telling you,
he was in England already, and what he did to that Chelsea team, he's the only manager since Lamps, I would say, and a bit of Sarri, where it was attacking football. He came in 4-4-2, Anelka Drogba. It's not a coincidence that Drogba had his highest goal scoring season, 37, I think, and 42 under Ancelotti.
37 and 15.
Bro, 37 and 15 assists, exactly. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, it's not a coincidence.
Stupid.
Anelka was bagging. I think Anelka even... was it under Ancelotti he
I think
got
the
top
following
goal scorer?
year.
I can't even...
Following year.
Yeah. Something like that anyway. And he won the league with us. Like, so he brought in a style of play where everyone, when he got his players, everyone was comfortable. Everyone knew what they were doing. It was a well-oiled
Man's got
machine.
Italian silverware, German silverware, English silverware, Spanish
But
silverware.
the reason why I'm touching more on the English per se is because he's someone that once you back, there's guaranteed results there. And I tweeted it. I said
Gara.
I said Oli should be in the Everton job and Ancelotti should be in the United job. United could have a title if they backed Ancelotti when he first, maybe around let's say Mourinho time. They got Ancelotti, they backed him, gave him players. They could have a title now. They could actually have a title now. That's how good and how highly I rate Ancelotti, innit? But yeah, I already know the butt you're gonna go with, and I have the same butt as well. So
yeah, man. See me. I'm not even like an Everton hater. I'm just in life. Yeah, I'm very much an optimist in it. But see, when it comes to football, yeah, I'm not too sure, bro. I'm more of a historian when it comes to football, man. And Everton, they're doing very well, man. 100% record. Starting off strong, but what you have to remember about football and the Premier League is that every dog has its day, man, and your adversity will come in it. And we haven't seen Everton face adversity. We haven't seen a stretch in games where it's not really working, and maybe you know them games here where you shouldn't win, but you're just about crying out a result. We haven't seen those kind of games yet, so I think it's still very much early. Their back four, I don't think is good enough to be a top 4 back four, if that makes sense.
Sure.
I don't really think they've been tested as much as they should do. Fair enough, they've had a good stretch of games so far, but I just think time will tell. When obviously in my list, I put Leicester to finish above them in the Premier League, and I might review that. But I'm just gonna hold the brakes on the Everton bandwagon for now, man.
What I will say.
Wait,
one question.
So,
I think Merseyside derby's coming up, innit? So
Yeah.
Who you man liking that?
I think, depending on what happens in the Aston Villa game, bro, I'd take Everton. I think
I'm not taking it. Do you know what it is? Yeah. Do you know what it is? If Everton smoke Liverpool, then I'll come here and apologise. But if Liverpool do what I think Liverpool are gonna do, then
I think what it is,
it'll reinforce that.
Of course, if I'm betting, I'd go with Liverpool, but it's very hard to go against Everton the way they're playing right now. Let's say, and you say they haven't faced adversity, but the little bump that they had no Allen and Richarlison against Brighton. Richarlison got injured early on. Allen didn't start the game, and those are
Brighton.
No, but Brighton are a very good team, fam.
Brighton a good team. Brighton are a good team. Should have got a result against United. Should have got a result against United. Should have got a result against Chelsea, and they won. Should
have, could have, didn't.
Yeah, but they're a good team. I've forgotten who they beat.
Yeah, no, Brighton are a good team.
They're a good team, bro. You can't sleep. Like we just spoke about. You can't go from saying this league is competitive. You don't know who you're gonna win, and then
fair enough, innit?
Do you get what I'm saying?
No, but we see what they're made of, innit? Merseyside derby. That's a huge game.
100%.
We'll see what they're made of.
The other thing I wanted to touch on though was we were obviously talking about Bayern Munich a little bit, and obviously you man have seen that they want Hudson-Odoi bid alone, and then with a option to buy 70 mil. What do you think Bayern Munich in your honest opinion, so you might even disagree with it, but what do you think Bayern Munich are seeing in Cho that Chelsea haven't quite unlocked yet or missed the trick with?
They're picturing him in that weight room, G. And when he gets them pounds, when he puts on them pounds, it's long,
Bro.
But bro, I don't know, man. Maybe, do you know what I mean? I think this option for the loan option and the year to buy is just to kind of sample him and kind of just see how he'll fit into the system, kind of thing.
No. I think it was compulsory buy, not option to buy. Sorry.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, like they'd have to pay for him after. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. But I think Bayern have kind of clocked him, and I think for them, what they're kind of relying on now is great wing play. I think that's their new identity, and that's the kind of route they're going for. So in building for the future, I think he's the buy that would make sense, man. What they see in him, we're yet to see in it. But fam, there's a reason why they wanted him as to be their number 10, man. Do you get what I'm saying? So.
Oh, but the truth is, fam, Donny's gonna be like the fourth option as far as on the wing. He's not ahead of Sade. He's not ahead of Nabry.
No.
Yeah, of course.
I think he's fighting with Koeman. One, I don't think.
Okay, but
go
on.
And then Sane's out for 6 to 8 weeks right now, so he'd come in and play. Like he'd play more than he'd play for Chelsea. And
no,
if
for
he's
sure.
playing,
But as far as I don't think they're expecting from him. Like, do you get what I mean?
no, what they'd
the same
expect from
thing they're
Sane or
expecting from
Nabry.
Sane.
But
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying?
I think if I'm taking off my Chelsea hat, I think they can unlock a 10 goals, 10 assists type guy, double kind of guy.
Oh no, especially in the Bundesliga, 100%.
Yeah, when he's playing Bundesliga and Champions League, like, and they're gonna make chances for him. Like he will have chances.
Exactly. Look at the guys he's got around him.
Fam, do you get what I'm saying? So, like,
Even if they can
But you know what I respect? Sorry, Josh. You know why I respect Bayern so much, bro? We're talking about third and fourth options, and they're spending 70 M's. Like that just shows you they want to win. Do you know what I'm saying?
Even then, though,
that's
like,
the intent that I love.
They don't really spend money like that.
They don't. Not even like that. They don't spend money.
They don't spend
if you look at that,
bro.
if you look at that starting 11, I believe the most expensive player is.
No, but fam, if you don't need to spend P's, why are you spending P's? If you're building a team like that,
they're smart. They can afford to now because they're smart in their business, fam.
They can afford to spend 70 M's on a player that's going to yam bench, fam, because they've saved money everywhere else. G.
Oh yeah,
do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's definitely someone who could. I think. The problem I have here is win aside, which was an impressive win, 4-0. I don't want to overstate the performance. However, it was to win 4-0 in the Premier League is a very good win nonetheless. I just want Lampard to realise that Hudson-Odoi is the next best option on the wing when our two starting wingers aren't available. When Pulisic...
I think he's clocking it now, though.
I hope so, innit?
Yeah,
you say that, innit? But Mount didn't play. I'm not saying we won 4-0 because Mount didn't play, but Mount, we can clearly win without Mount. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's what I don't think he's seen yet. Like, he doesn't think...
And it's no surprise that we saw the best of Havertz without Mount.
Exactly. Out of his space, we see him in... And against the low block team. So don't tell me this thing where 10s can't work against low blocks when Ozil...
That's the perfect scenario.
When Ozil's first 2 seasons, he was ripping up the league. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, my thing is now, what needs to happen is... Lampard just needs to be smart. He needs to be ruthless. He needs to stop this thing of having predetermined winners in his head. Like, we dropped Reece James. Not saying again that Reece James isn't the starting right back. However, balance was restored, and that is the reason why we won. You saw a balanced team that made sense. You didn't see Mount on the wing. You didn't see Mount shoehorned.
I do like that adjustment though, because
exactly,
you're going up against some lethal guys in Zaha, Eze, Ayew.
And even to start Jorginho, who was probably man of the match, like.
Yeah, that's a good adjustment.
Good adjustment. Had the ball, progressive passing, and that's the only question mark on Kovacic. Kovacic will rip 3 players and then pass it backwards. That's what he does sometimes. And I said Kovacic could become top 3 midfielders in the league if he perfects that final ball, if he can get that final ball. Because after he rips, man, you've got the freedom, like the world's your oyster, like I said. But then he'll pass it backwards, innit? But I just think that with Chelsea, Lampard just needs to be careful that he doesn't get sucked into this idea where you can't, or you need to overcomplicate things. What Pep does. Don't need to overcomplicate. You have a winger. Play the winger. He's a good winger. And there's a reason why Bayern Munich won him. Don't, when the transfer market now shuts, go back to playing Mount on the wing. because I feel like he dropped.
Trust.
I feel like he dropped Mount to just take him out of the firing line, but then he's gonna shoehorn him in the next game when Ziyech and Pulisic will be back. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now? And that's the worry that we have as Chelsea fans, innit? As we say.
Fam, frankly, see, so bruv, from an objective standpoint, this is your best team. Play it. That's literally it, fam. That's literally it. Like you said, innit? Don't overcomplicate the situation, man. This is your best team. Play your best team, man. It's good to have options on a bench like Mount because you know what you can do in it. G, I'm saying, like, you don't have to play in G. You have a starting 11. Play your starting 11. If it doesn't go well, change it about, fam. But do you know what I mean? Give it a go, man.
If you're getting juicy offers like that for Hudson-Odoi, don't sit that Donny on the bench, fam. Play him. Otherwise, let him go, fam.
Yeah.
You use that money to reimburse elsewhere, fam. Let him play.
No, 100%. But fam, I think that wraps up today's episode. I think we got into a lot today. Man, you definitely take the what's that hat thing called?
L of the day, donkey of the day.
Donkey of the day thing, fam. Ollie, man, serious questions. I think we can all agree now that if we were to rank these
under pressure managers, if we include Pep, of course Pep's first, but then second is Arteta, third is Lampard, and then fourth is Ollie, man, because really and truly, Ollie has no pressure right now, man.
You know why that is? You know why that is? Because the boys don't give a hell how he does on the pitch. All they care about is using him as a shield.
Because, bro, do you know what it is? Yeah, I feel like when you look at managers like on the sidelines, yeah, you can kind of tell by the expressions on their face what kind of pressure they're on, bro. Ollie looks like he's not even watching the game.
Doesn't look like he's thinking. Man, them are saying that he's
out here shaking every man's hand after the game.
After 6-1 loss,
kissing the ref.
Donny's shaking people's hands, smiling in their face, bro. I saw a tweet, I was crying. They said Ollie's the guy that is peeking at the other manager's clipboard to see what tactic he does and says, hey, yo, we're doing this now. Hey, man, we're doing this. Like, deep it. Like, this is a manager we're talking about. Manager of Manchester United we're talking about. And if we come away with... Actually, do you know what? You can have the final take on this. If you only sign Cavani and Tellez, how do you rank the window?
It's a dickhead window, man.
Man didn't even give a number.
It's not even about numbers and that.
Man got an aging, not even aging, an aged Cavani.
Old Cavani.
An aged Cavani.
And Tellez, they were trying to penny pinch before Tellez even got confirmed.
Fam, even Tellez, that one is a plaster over a window crack, fam. I don't know what.
And hey, Van der Beek is definitely thinking like, I was supposed to be at Real Madrid. Now I'm in a sinking ship,
bro. Even Van der Beek,
if I'm Tellez, I wouldn't move.
Why is Van der Beek not starting? I don't get it. He has to be starting.
He was playing well when he came on, bro. Everyone else was bloody shit.
Fam,
he's so upset.
I just hope he doesn't get sucked into the hole and actually becomes a worse footballer under United. Like,
thank you.
I just hope that doesn't happen because that would be sad, man.
I hope the same.
But yeah, fam.
City should just the Tellez deal was done, innit? I was gonna say these men should just sweep in, man. Get Mendy the hell out of here, fam.
You ain't spending another dime. You ain't spending another dime on a defender.
Better bloody not, mate.
Yeah,
and January, I want to see a striker. January, I want to see a striker, man.
Yeah.
January, I want to see a striker. Get these Hershey's out of here, man. But
hey, Ederson is on fraud watch, by the way.
For what?
Centre mid merchant. Centre mid playing in goal, fam. He's got worse. He's got worse.
For one, this guy's got KDB on fraud watch. No one's safe, man.
I didn't say KDB's on fraud watch. Anyway, I just said
you said that in a nicer term. Man said, what did you say again?
We're gonna start a dialogue.
We're gonna start a dialogue.
Hey, when I do the episode, when I edit the episode, you'll see the picture. You know the Charles Barkley. You'll see it anyway. It's funny. It's funny. Hey, Charles Barkley's his face is there. He's like, we're gonna start a dialogue.
We're gonna start, bro. That's basically a can't wait to say you might be on fraud watch, innit? But anyway.
But nah, you man, been a great episode. Hold it, innit?
Lovely, man. Easy.
Deuces.